A new era dawns. Dive into the phenomenal $100 million China and Mongolian desert mega project, paving the way for a sustainable and thriving future. April 22, 2023 marked as Earth Day, a highly anticipated occasion. It was on this day that China and Mongolia made a momentous announcement, the launch of a grand strategic cooperation spanning 5 years. China, demonstrating its commitment, vowed to invest a staggering $100 million to assist Mongolia in controlling its desert. The global community couldn't help but raise an important question about this collaboration. Why would China offer such a significant sum, completely free of charge, to help Mongolia combat desertification? Is there an underlying motive behind this extraordinary gesture? These queries sparked curiosity worldwide, as people sought to understand the reasoning behind China's generous assistance. Let's find out together. The desert has posed a formidable barrier to human survival and advancement throughout history. The danger it poses, however, have reached formerly unprecedented levels of escalation today. In addition to posing serious dangers to local populations and ecosystems, the continuous expansion and spread of deserts now pose a serious threat to the planet's ability to advance sustainably. Surprisingly, deserts already make up over 30% of the surface of Earth and are rapidly increasing. The livelihoods of those who reside in these areas are at risk, and a sizable population will be exposed to poverty and displacement as a result of this growth. The Sahara Desert in Africa is a stunning example of this persistent struggle. It ruthlessly destroys tens of thousands of productive farmlands and settlements every year, throwing millions into a state of starvation and poverty. It is impossible to overestimate the severity of this situation. For the sake of not only the well-being of the impacted regions, but also for the general prosperity of our global community, it is imperative that this pressing issue be addressed as soon as possible. Nations all across the world are realizing how important it is to protect and restore deserts in light of the desert's environment's imminent danger. China has distinguished itself as a model for leadership in desert management, showing exceptional success stories. Since the 1970s, China has shown unmatched proficiency in maintaining more than 66,000 square kilometers of desert regions, an area greater than twice the size of Belgium's whole territory. As you just saw that China has maintained a huge desert area, so how exactly have they gained the capabilities to do so? We will check them shortly. The 3 North Shutter Belt System, an amazing accomplishment that has successfully stopped the spread of desert areas in northern China, is a prime example of China's proactive approach to desert control. China has offered assistance to African states working on desert governance initiatives while tackling its own desert-related issues. Notably, China has launched a broad environmental project in cooperation with the Ethiopian government. A significant amount of progress has been made thanks to this program, which includes the planting of drought-tolerant trees and the deployment of anti-wind and sand technology. Surprisingly, during the past 5 years, China has invested more than $1 billion in Ethiopia, converting more than 300,000 hectares of barren desert into useful farmland. Additionally, this program has had a significant impact by generating viable livelihood options for locals. China's neighbor, Mongolia, has had a long-standing friendly relationship with the larger nation. China has offered major support to Mongolia, demonstrating its commitment to that country once more. In order to help Mongolia govern its desert, China has promised to invest $100 million over the next 5 years. The majority of these funds will go towards controlling desertification-affected areas and re-establishing and safeguarding grass and forest ecologies. But a lot of people have doubts about China's true intentions because of how large this project cooperation has been. They are left to ponder China's seemingly selfless dedication to willingly provide such a significant sum of money. Before we proceed further and analyze the vast deserts of Mongolia and their implications on both countries, make sure that you have hit the like and subscribe button to stay updated all the time with upcoming videos. Now let's continue. With its enormous stretches of rolling grasslands and peaceful deserts, Mongolia, which is located in the center of Central Asia, invites. But this attractive place has a number of distinct and overwhelming problems that require immediate response. The gloomy grip of desertification and the relentless assault of frequent sandstorms are at the forefront of these worries. Deserts, including the enormous Gobi Desert and the powerful Gobi Desert, cover an astounding 1/3 of Mongolia's land area. Even more terrifying is the fact that Mongolia experiences 200 sandstorms annually. These severe storms not only cause damage in Mongolia, but also have far-reaching effects on China's environment, health, and economy. But how precisely do Mongolia's sandstorms impact its neighbor? China and Mongolia have a physical boundary, yet China is located in the center of East Asia. The hardest hit areas by these fierce sandstorms each year is Inner Mongolia, which borders Mongolia. Inner Mongolia, Shanxi, Hebei, Beijing, and Tianjin are continually battered by powerful wind gusts carrying sand particles as they sweep through Mongolia's desert regions. The effects are severe, leaving a path of devastation that resonates throughout China's affected communities. A historically significant, huge sandstorm captured the attention of the entire globe in March 2023 as it played out in northern China. This exceptional occurrence had a long-lasting effect on the land, having an effect on both China's economy and environment. The sandstorm was the most destructive in the last 10 years due to its extensive effects, affecting a stunning 40 million people. This historic natural calamity had effects that were felt well beyond human memory and left a lasting mark on society. It is important to recognize the huge economic cost, in the billions of dollars annually, that dust storms in China impose. Numerous manifestations of these losses include decreased food yields, interruptions in energy supplies, and the requirement for expensive infrastructure repairs. Particularly when taking into account how it would affect China's booming tourism sector and foreign trade, the severity of the sandstorm's impact cannot be underestimated. The sandstorm caused significant disruptions as a result of numerous flights being postponed or canceled. The detrimental effects of such incidents cannot be disregarded for a nation that is strongly dependent on tourists and engaged in international trade. It is essential to put in place a comprehensive package of measures targeted at preventing desertification in order to successfully battle the assault of sandstorms. These actions reduce the frequency of sandstorms as well as the rate of land deterioration. To undertake this massive initiative to prevent desertification on its own would be a difficult undertaking for Mongolia, a small and poor country. Thankfully, China has been a significant ally in this effort as Mongolia's neighbor. China has actively dedicated itself to researching appropriate desert management techniques throughout the years with impressive results. Through this process, China has accumulated an immense amount of knowledge and technological advancements that have given it unique insights into managing deserts. China also acknowledges that Mongolia suffers issues with governance and a lack of advanced technologies in addition to its economic problems. Therefore, it is unrealistic to expect Mongolia to handle the urgent problem of desertification by itself. Given these facts, China has decided to start a 5-year strategic partnership with Mongolia. China's generous donation of $100 million to Mongolia, which provides Mongolia with much-needed technology, experience, and hope for successful desert control, is a monument to their dedication. The two countries' cooperation will open the door to a better future where the destructive efforts of sandstorms are greatly reduced, ensuring a more sustainable and profitable environment for both countries. The Desert Management Project between China and Mongolia is a spectacular undertaking of extraordinary scope. Its main goal is to maintain and restore the forest and grass environments by using strategies like reforestation and grassland restoration. The project seeks to efficiently stop land degradation and erosion, while restoring ecological balance and increasing vegetation cover. This project not only increases the availability of water and the quality of the air, but it also has many positive ecological effects and increases biodiversity. Advanced desert control techniques have been used in Mongolia, including dune fixation and sand fixing plants. These actions have successfully halted the desert's rate of spread, protecting farming and grassland resources. As a result, there is a greater availability to use the land sustainably, farmers and herdsmen have better prospects for a living, and the agricultural and animal husbandry industries can prosper. China supports Mongolia's efforts to control the desert by contributing money, offering technical assistance, and supplying trees. This partnership between the two nations establishes an excellent example of cooperation and marks a key accomplishment in the global management of deserts. China is prepared to share its significant expertise and technology with other countries as well, not just Mongolia. China's long-term collaboration with nations like the United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, and Uzbekistan exemplifies its dedication to tackling the world's desertification issue. Together, they offer an acceptable remedy and open the door to a more environmentally friendly future. This endeavor has an impact that exceeds national borders. Impacts of ecosystem restoration, improving air and water quality, and preserving biodiversity are extensive. These initiatives support local communities' welfare and are in line with the global community's shared obligation to save the environment. Looking ahead, China is preparing to work with other nations, sharing its knowledge and technology to jointly address the urgent problem of desertification. By teaming together, we can fight the destructive impacts of desertification and work towards a sustainable and environmentally friendly future. The China-Mongolia Desert Control Project is an encouraging illustration of what can be accomplished when countries come together, united by a shared goal to protect our planet's natural beauty. Are you ready to witness more adventures like these? Tell us in the comments section and stay tuned. See you soon.